From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
The name's Nukem, Duke Nukem, and you're watching the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. I don't know why, but you are.
What's going on, nerds? Welcome to this week's episode of the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast, and we are talking about ConnectiCon 21 from about 3 weeks ago.
Hey, co-host.
What?
Warning?
I gave you guys a warning.
You did
You're
not.
not.
You said what's
You
going
did
on,
not.
nerds, while Rob is going.
I see no problem.
No, everybody just got to watch me and Will's reaction while we went. We're having like this weird moment with our kid.
I mean, kids are weird. You're always going to have weird moments with your children, especially when it was baby's first con.
It was baby's first con.
Are we not going to start chanting that, Will?
Baby's first cut.
Okay, I was just checking. But as you see, we have another full house this evening. I'm not Danny Tanner. That's not John Stamos, and nope, not doing it. Not completing that.
Urkel in the episode that counts. I'll be Urkel.
That's right. I forgot Urkel was on the show for
You're
an episode.
welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate that, pal. But yeah, we're talking about ConnectiCon from about a couple weeks ago. We have completely got most of our photos, as you guys are going to see them play throughout the whole episode. But yeah, let's kind of get right into it. James, you were cosplaying like a mother trucker all weekend.
Yeah.
Give me your favorite one, the hardest one to get on, and the most the cosplay you got recognized and took pictures with the most.
All right. Well, you said the easiest, right?
Huh? No,
Oh,
which
I
one
told
you
you.
like the best? Go with that one.
Okay, so it's a mix-up because I like my Cat Noir and I also like my Black Panther.
Okay.
Hardest was Black Panther because that chest piece was a pain, especially when I was getting scared I was gonna rip it. And also hot outside, black, wearing black on black, not really helpful,
In case anyone's interested, he's gone to every single con so far wearing black on black.
Oh shit, I'm up there. And my favorite has to be actually this year, because Hiram was probably watching, Black Panther.
Well, what did he help with you with the Black Panther costume?
So he helped me do the chest piece, which then after he had me do the detailing. Then he had me make actually the greaves. He already made the cuffs and the belt.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which one was the hardest one to get on?
It was Black Panther.
Was it just tight?
So no. So okay, I don't know if you noticed it. The chest piece was really hard. I couldn't do this fully, so I was doing this. Like I was about to do a Samoan like spike to something. And then my ninja shoes kept unbuckling.
Ooh.
Every other couple steps. So like those actually hurt for a while too. But yeah, that was probably.
I have a question for James that I want to add on.
Oh, that's scary.
Did you have any cosplay fails?
Okay, so which one do you want to talk about? The time when I first cosplayed Falcon and my shield fell off?
No,
Or
this
when-
con. Just specifically this con.
Oh, my Cat Noir staff, because the magician scared the shit out of me. So the magician was like, "Hi, is this your card?" And we're like, "Whoa!" And I would sneeze, I dropped my staff, and I broke it.
That wasn't the cosplay fail I was thinking of, but that one counts too.
Oh, that's the
Are you
only
talking
one I
about-
remember.
I was talking about the
The
ears.
ears. We're
Oh,
gonna fix that, Nick. We're gonna fix that. I don't know if you guys see the photo. I got one ear going this way, one ear going that way. Like we were so upset it was not working. Then I tried to clip them onto my hair, look at my hair, and it's working. So this cat noir had to like do like a little headband around here behind my ears. And oh my God, did it hurt? But I just had to do it because people were like, you look great. And I was like, I'm in pain, but thank you.
Now,
We do it for the crowd.
which cosplay got you the most pictures?
Oh, ironically, Cat Noir.
Really?
How is that ironically?
So this goes back to about prior last year or so. This woman was talking about her child was going to be dressed up as Cat Noir, and he didn't know if anyone else was going to be doing it. So I said, hey, I'll do it. And then I was like, I don't know if I'm going to do it. Then Susie sends me the same post, and it was just a sign saying, you have to do it. So the moment
I didn't give him a choice.
So the moment I did it, all right, little man came running up to me and gave me a hug. His sister was infatuated with Megan. And it was just like, okay, this is crazy. We got a photo from them. And then while we were waiting for the time to open, we had got photos from people over there. And I was like, they're like, you look really great. I'm like, no, I don't. My ears are busted, but thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that. And then we ran into actually a ladybug and Cat Noir. And we were just talking about our suits for a bit. And they were like, oh my God, we like your ears. I'm like, I know.
Also, since we're just throwing it all over James, first person in the friend group to go into the death battle.
We first person to die. I was
The
sacrificed.
first one to die! The first one to die! Technically, you didn't die. She didn't know she won and didn't kill you.
That's fair. We tried to practice stuff in the back. If she is magically watching, hey, hi, practice your death punches next time, and see you next year. And
what do you plan on doing for next year? Because
we're going back as the Black Ranger with the dragon armor.
We had a
Yeah,
full conversation in
I was thinking
over
Falcon,
when
but then you would need to learn the fly.
yeah, and at short notice, and I don't know if that's gonna work out correctly. Just
so James came back into the room after the death match and we were talking and I was like, I was trying to watch it, but their live stream was so bad that I had to stop watching it. I was getting all sorts of triggered by
I didn't
it.
like the top angle. I like how they did it last year where it was the front angle that they had.
So they did two different angles.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, at least it looked like it was two different angles. They like mixed it, but it was just, I don't know. I think it was just the reverberation of the sound. It was awful. So I didn't get to watch the death match like I wanted to.
I'm still looking for that video because they do all the video contests beforehand. I'm still looking for that 15% off. Use my code one. That was so good.
that one got me so mad. I'm like, finally a song I know, damn.
It was so. It had everybody rolling. But let's get into other parts of ConnectiCon this year.
AJ, I have a question for you.
Crap. Yes.
I have an important question for you.
Oh God.
What did you think about hosting our first panel?
I was gonna save that. I was very, very nervous, not gonna lie, until it was time to do it, and then I wasn't nervous anymore.
Yeah, AJ, I'm a chaos gremlin. You're gonna zig, I'm gonna zag.
I mean, I thought it went very well. I do wish we had more people that to stop in, but I thought it went very well. You and Jess doing your thing, and me just dropping knowledge dump after knowledge dump after knowledge dump, and then I say something, and then you say something, then Jessica says something, and then you go back to the iPad, read what you got to do, then I say it's like it worked very well.
We didn't rehearse that. In case anyone's interested, that was not rehearsed. We just talked about a game plan beforehand, and we just went for it.
Yeah. There was a
Proud of
Hail
you.
Mary involved. I'm just happy somebody was down in the end zone that caught the damn ball.
We
Yeah.
talk about how Rob keeps hijacking panels.
I was gonna jump to that next.
Yeah, that I was about to mention that as well. Rob, how do you end up in these positions?
It's a skill.
It's skill.
All right, so what skill is that? Charisma? Like how
Luck.
luck? Is that maxed out to 20?
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately it circles back to 1 every now and then.
So to put context to it, so we went to this panel that was supposed to be kind of like a game show kind of thing. Is it an isekai? So they were basically, the whole point from what we read in the description where they were going to read off names of isekais, and we were supposed to see like guess if it was real or fake. So after like 10 or so minutes of the regular panels not showing up, they could come in and just was like, all right, well, if anybody, as soon as they say anybody, Rob's already like on stage, sitting in a seat, like Petch stalking him up there, and Mikey, like it was magical.
I think it happened twice for me. I think he stole another panel.
I did. I have stolen another panel before this.
But it wasn't this year, was it?
It wasn't this year. It was last year.
No, I think Mikey stole two.
What do you think, Mikey? Stole
I think Mikey stole another panel. I could be wrong though, but I feel like Mikey stole another panel because Mikey was was going to panels.
Yeah, that's what I was doing too. But you missed the best part. About 10 minutes into them not showing up, I'm the guy who ran down to panel offs on the other side of the building, and they weren't even there, and ran back. And you all know how big that con area was. I effectively ran from the one area that had the trivia to the other area that had the other bar.
Which sucks because like right before, I think probably Rob was on his way back. A panel ops person was into the thing, and then Rob walked in. We were like, Rob, we got panel ops.
Yeah, and the panel ops said, hey, if you guys want to go up there, and I was just like, I just went from going towards my seat to
And then Petch was like, yeah, let's go. It was literally like our entire group, besides like me and Hayden took over that panel, and then there was one other person from the other side.
His name was Robert as well.
Yeah.
That's not confusing or anything.
No. It was a fantastic
it's easy for me to remember his name. But yeah, we did a bunch of fun isekais, and my favorite one is, hey AJ, is this a real isekai or not? Reincarnated as Google spreadsheets.
I feel like since you're asking that, I'm gonna say yes, but how?
It's real. It's real. It's a light novel, and it's real.
How?
That threw everyone off.
Everyone's like, what the fuck? There's no way. Here's me going,
there was
Rob had told me about it the night before.
There was a girl in the front seat that looked it up, and she went, it's real.
I'm really upset.
I guarantee you.
How do you do it,
reading that?
Rob, how do you do a panel like this without any? Like every panel I went to, this con, last con, there's a computer, projector, projecting and all that stuff or whatever. How do you do a panel without that and just going in blind?
Same way I can do a Sailor Moon panel going in blind. You have to have that much knowledge. And improv.
Yeah, improv.
It makes me want to do like a panel of whose line is it anyway.
We could do an improv panel.
That sounds fun.
Well, here's the other thing too, like you're not really going in blind, because if you take over a panel like that, you know what the panel is about.
Yeah.
So you're going in with some expectation, but then a lot of anime is isekai, so it's like,
okay.
And a lot of Western media. It was real quick, but people got Space Jam.
Okay.
Yeah, they threw us for curveballs and started giving us like some Western isekais.
What's the definition of it?
Basically,
in another world.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Isekai is the only one that I can't recognize like the show or the book until afterwards. But I feel like I've always watched and read isekais.
Inuyasha.
It wasn't
It's an isekai.
Inuyasha, but yeah, Inuyasha's one.
So, Will, how did panel go this year?
Panel went good.
You had a hell of a turnout.
Yeah, actually, it was a little lower in past years. Usually, we fill like in past years we've been filling the room.
I think last
This
year
year
you had a
we were
smaller room though.
Last year we had a
No, we
small
had a big
room. We filled the room. The year before you did not fill the room. You were pretty damn close, but you didn't fill the room.
Yeah, but I consider that as practically like filling the room.
We were clashing with the John St. John panel.
Yeah, but the John St. John panel, one of the John St. John panels were happening at that time, so it was.
Oh my God, the puppies!
The puppies.
The puppies.
So, I do have to say that is one thing I do like that they did. They brought a whole bunch of puppies in. Well, John St. John organized it. So props to him because this was phenomenal, a great idea. I absolutely loved this entire thought process. They brought puppies in a um from a rescue to they were up for adoption.
I think it's called Adopt a Dog.
Yeah, I think it was
Adopt a Dog.
But my only complaint about it is Adopt a Dog isn't technically local. They're technically based in New York. And I would have loved to see, a local shelter get some love over Adopt a Dog, which is huge. But I love the concept. I love the idea.
His
one thing I
panels
did
this
like-
year were good too.
Yeah. So what they did do though for the Adopt a Dog is everybody was concerned that, what are you gonna do with this dog when you adopt it? Like you're at a con. Like what, you're gonna put it in your hotel room with no supplies? No, there's a 3-week waiting period.
Okay.
You literally go in, you put down your deposit on the dog, you have to go through an interview process, you have to go through they have an extensive process before you're able to take that dog home. And it's like a 3-week process.
So when are you guys getting yours?
Not for a while.
Who wanted one more, Will or you?
I think you could tell.
He's gonna faces at me.
There's some power in that disapproval. I'm gonna get out of the way of that.
So I'll start with Will here. Out of all the panels you went to, it cannot be your own. Which one was your favorite and why? And don't say it was Rob's.
Yay. Yeah, I didn't go to that many panels this year, so it actually might be just because that's the only panels I went to.
Okay.
Because I went.
Okay, well then say Rob's. If
I got dragged to a hentai panel. Hentai panel got canceled, so it turned into a Chicken Man party.
Where's my chicken hat?
I went to the Isekai panel, and then I got dragged to another porn panel.
Will, I think you might have an issue.
I got dragged to 4, man.
I'm sorry that Petch and Rob and everyone wanted me to go to hentai panels.
I do not want to see your internet browser. Aha! You can't, because I use private mode or incognito.
Hee motherfucker.
Suze? Was there any specific one that you went to that you enjoyed? Or, because I know you were basically just doing laps with Baby.
I was basically just doing laps with Baby because she would not sleep. I was hoping to take nap time advantage and go to a couple of panels, but it was all good though because I did get to experience a couple of panels. I got to go to I think honestly my favorite and one that I will now look forward to every year is John St. John's party. That was the most fun I've had in a while.
I learned stuff.
I'm kind of glad I didn't go to it while I was pregnant.
Yeah, because you would have been laughing so hard, I'd be afraid of the consequences of laughing so hard.
Yeah, I'm kind of afraid what would have occurred there. So,
we're not in a vehicle. I do not clean it up.
But yeah, no, it was that was a lot of fun. I'm glad I went. I will have to say that is now a must do for me. I do want to go to the death match next year. So I mean that's on my list to go see.
Hopefully James doesn't draw number 1 again. How did you draw number 1?
I don't fucking know, okay? I don't understand. Listen, I know I'm number 1, but that time I was like, no, I don't want to be number 1.
Like
Listen.
Megan comes and sits down next to us. She goes, "He's out first," and I was like, "There's no freaking way he's out first." And then they do the
Listen.
whole line of them coming out, and here comes Black Ranger. I was like, "Oh, okay, we're gonna figure out if he's gonna win or lose early."
I sat there and I was like, why am I number one? My heart is racing. I'm like, all right, James, you got this. Just kind of keep yourself calm. And I'm like, think of something random. Like, okay, cool. I'll just do the McConaughey thing. I'm going to go, but heck, line. And like the people are next to me are like, the fuck are you doing? I'm like, I'm trying to calm myself down. Shut up. They're like, we can't hear you on your helmet. I'm like, leave me alone. Fuck. Someone else goes, go, power. They're like, shut up. Just there. I got this.
James, since you're basically talking now, favorite panel you went to?
I got 8 hours of sleep panel.
I literally about to ask. I was like, was there a panel about sleeping? Because I would have loved to have gone. And then brain kicked in and was like, no, dumbass. He actually slept.
To the point where he would wake up in the morning and I'm already up and moving because she's about to wake up. So I'm trying to get everything prepped for me for the day before she fully wakes up. And he literally sits straight up, looks at me and goes, what the time is it? It's daylight. Why am I not moving yet?
Rob, which one are your porn panels?
Actually, none of them. They were all
He's seen them all.
Mediocre, really. Yeah.
A lot of them just
I wish I could have gone to the Star Trek porn one though. Apparently, Mike unlocked new lore.
Well, speaking of Mike, killer trivia this year with Mike. He basically single-handedly won us Nickelodeon. Like, it was scary. Oh, my favorite panel was, actually, 2 years in a row it's been my favorite panel. The Disney, villains, it's the villain song one.
Yeah.
And where they're based out of and all that
stuff. I keep trying to go to, and I haven't made it to.
I thought you went last year.
Oh. No, I didn't. No, we went to Disney, the villains' origins last year. The origins or something?
Yeah, it was the villain origins.
Yeah, It wasn't their songs. It had to do with their origins and where they came from and their fashion and whatnot.
Oh.
And I was dying of laughter when they got to Maleficent. They get to Maleficent and I just stare at AJ.
Rude. Very rude. But that panel was absolutely great. Pretty sure most of the crowd was singing some of them. So the audience participation there was fun. Was there anything you guys wish you could have done?
There's a lot that I wish I
well-
could have done. I had a 7-month baby attached.
Yeah.
Rob?
But it's okay. I had fun with her.
Well, I didn't say what my favorite panel was actually.
I thought you did. Oh.
No, I said what wasn't.
Oh.
My favorite panel was Ghostbusters Reroll Live. In
What was
which,
that?
I'll get that one up so much.
it's 4 people
Yeah.
take the roles of 4 characters within Ghostbusters, the first movie, and they roll all the actions in the game. They play as the characters.
They made a D&D Ghostbusters game?
Yeah, except it uses the generic universal role-playing system, GURPS. So instead of the D20 system, it uses a 3D6 system.
How did it go?
It was hilarious right up until I had to run to the Common Writer panel that we were doing.
Oh, is that why your face was all red, Mr. Naruto?
Yeah, I had to sprint to our panel.
Panel was good
That
this
and I
year.
was out. Yeah, that and I had to, be outside in the sun a lot. Mr. Ghost does not like that.
At least our hotel was attached. I will say,
Yes.
I will take elevators sucking than walking that far again.
Okay.
So long as it isn't the last day.
Okay. So the only
As
thing
long as we're staying until Monday this time, because that was fucking cancer.
the only thing I hated about the hotel this year was the fact that the escalators were broken, which, by the way, congoers use frequently.
Haven't they not been working the last couple years?
No, they were working. Half of it was working last year.
You could
Probably
go
just to go
up,
down.
you could go down.
Oh no, we fucking went down. We went down.
Oh yeah, they didn't block it off, so you could, they let us use it as stairs. So
They let us use the stairs. We went down. Don't tell me we didn't go down because fuck needs to go down. But the escalators were broken, and then to top that off, the elevator to go to the food trucks, that one also broke.
Ooh.
And they were so it wasn't so much like security was giving congoers a hard time, but also the con staff themselves were giving those of us with strollers and disabilities a hard time about going into the convention center to use the elevator to go downstairs.
That's kind of crappy.
Like, when I first started going to con, we used to be able to go in and out those upstairs doors without a problem. They had no issue with that. And then they closed it out. They locked it because of security, so you could go out, but you couldn't go in.
Yeah.
But there have been a lot of complaints, and like this is my only complaint about the con is that I saw more people than not having a problem with that elevator, and they had disabilities. Like, yeah, I had a kid, but if I called the right person, they'd come help me get the stroller from upstairs to downstairs, and I would just carry the kid.
Yeah.
So like I had help. Those with disabilities don't have the kind of help that I had. So, and they were getting a hard time when that elevator's broken to go into the con. Like that's they need to realize that like when elevators are broken to get the appropriate staff out there to get them fixed. It's too hot out there for all of us to be standing there waiting for an elevator that's not coming.
Yeah. So,
and I mean, you can ask my friends. I avoid the elevator at all costs, and I had a child. So
child.
Oh, since I think this only really applies to James and maybe Will, I'll start with Will here. Will, did you do any photo shoots?
Yeah, I did the first Has Been one.
Wish I could have found a photo of that. How hot was it in that costume?
There's photos of it.
I mean, there's photos of it, but none of you came with me to it. You guys kind of left me alone.
Well, no, I mean, I was trying to get it on the site so I could post it. Your costume looked like it was really, really hot to be in.
Well, yeah.
And you also couldn't turn your head, Batman. Anybody? Anybody?
I'm more concerned that you called him Batman.
So dark and gritty. He's like he's from the DC universe.
I called him Batman because in the first Batman movie he couldn't turn his head. That's why they make the comment in the second one. James, which photo shoot was your favorite that you did?
So I only did the Marvel one, and the Marvel one was actually my favorite. I had fun with my Black Panther suit. That's why I got a lot of recognition, which made me kind of happy. And I'll definitely do more projects because of like things like that. That was really it. That's all I did because I don't feel like I got to do anything else because there wasn't really anything else.
Yeah, let's talk about that because Jessica made a really good point about Artist Alley. Is it me or have we seen the same things from a lot of the vendors the last couple of years?
So I'm gonna say this, and unfortunately, the only really three people that can talk about this is me, Rob, and Will. They have had the same stuff in Artist Alley for the last, I've been going, 7-8 years?
Like, it's still all nice stuff, but it's just...
They can't, the problem is they cannot sit there and go through every single person that wants to pay for Artist Alley. That's time and resources that ConnectiCon does not have.
Yeah.
It would be nice. That would be great, but it's not going to happen. And the problem I have with Artist Alley isn't the fact that there's a lot of stuff that's similar, because I like that there's different artists that do the same thing, because then I can get, you know, a little trinket from this one, a little trinket from that one. Or I like somebody's artist better than another's. Like, that gives me options of who I get to buy my stuff from, and not just, oh, well, you're the only one selling, you know, has-been hotel keychains. I guess I'm buying from you. I don't really have a choice. Even though yours are, you know, terrible. You know, it gives us options when it comes to artists.
But also with Artist Alley, I feel like it's too crammed when you get towards the...
It's too crammed. And the way that they, and I feel like Rob can help me out with this one a little bit. The way they used to do it, the way that they had all of the vendors set up before, was so much better than the way they do it now. You had more room to walk. You had they were able to put more vendors in there too. Like, now I don't feel like there's as many vendors. They've changed how they did their layout, and I mean, great, you guys are improving. That's awesome, but at the same time,
they scrunched together the Artist Alley to make the dealer places, the actual outlets, have more room so that they can have more frontage, so people could walk past them more.
Yeah.
The snack place that sold the Japanese snacks, they had restrictions on them. They couldn't put out certain snacks. They couldn't put out the mochi, for instance.
Yeah.
Why was that?
But they, even they didn't know.
Oh.
When I asked them, it's just like they didn't tell us. They just said no.
It was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just, because I was pushing the stroller for a while, and those last 2 rows was a chore to get through. It took
the last 2 in Artist Alley were the worst.
It took Evie to start honking at people for people to get out of the way. I'm surprised Susie didn't start laughing at that one.
Dude, she was her own personal horn. If you were in her way and she wanted you to move, she screeched.
Yeah, and everybody we walked by was like, oh, that does work, huh?
You're like, that's actually really adorable. If only could do it, get her to do it on command. But yeah, no, I agree 100%. I don't like the fact that they have like a lot of the same product in Artist Alley, but unfortunately, a lot of artists sell a lot of the same product. What I wish they would do is not so much change up the product, but change up the theming.
Format?
I'm using the wrong word, but I know what my context is supposed to be. Huh?
Format?
No, so like, instead of all, like, you know, all of the artists, like all the ones that draw, do all Sailor Moon. Okay? So they do like Sailor Moon across the board. That's all you see is Sailor Moon, anything that's popular. Sailor Moon, Ruby. So you can't find any of the eclectic shows or shows that you're just now getting into, like, you know, Full Metal Alchemist, Soul Eater, Kaiju number 8. There was nothing for Kaiju number 8.
There was. You just wouldn't let me buy it.
Okay, but other than that, there was nothing.
Right.
That's kind of like that is my beef with Artist Alley. There's it's not the variety, it's not what's available, it's what they're showcasing.
I mean, for me, all the stuff I would be interested in, it was the same stuff.
Yeah. No,
I managed to find one Made in Abyss keychain seller.
And it just stunk because at that point I just went back to the front table, bought a couple bottles of Ramune.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And some Pocky, and that was it. Oh,
no,
and some tea turtle, because it's always tea turtle time.
Always get tea turtle.
You always get tea turtle. But they we got tumblers because we looked at the tumblers last year, and I really wanted to get one, but I was like, and then I waited too long, and by the time the last day comes, especially when you're pregnant, you're done. You want to leave. You just are tired. But yeah, no, I got to get a couple of tumblers. I got to get a couple of things, but I hated going into Artist Alley this year. And I love Artist Alley. Like, I spent a lot of time in Artist Alley going through the booth, seeing what I like.
Honestly, where we spend like a good majority of our money.
Yeah, because Saturday I go through and I pick up gifts. I pick up gifts for people. I pick up things that
It's
I think are cool.
It's what I used to do for our friends' Christmas gifts.
Yeah, but this year, like
this year I didn't.
I couldn't do it. Like, I found a really cool Cyndaquil charm, but I was like, I got him a Cyndaquil charm last year. I'm not getting him another one that looks almost the same as the one I got him last year. Like, that's not, no, we're not
Actually,
doing that.
the one you got me last year had all 3, but they were like bubbled characters.
Yeah,
that vendor, she wasn't here this year.
She wasn't here this year.
The
I
dragon,
was looking for
the
her. I
dragon
was
armor
sad.
chick wasn't here this year either. She hasn't been the last 2 years, I don't think.
Who?
No.
The
She wasn't. She was there last year. She wasn't there this year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I saw the vendors that they replaced her with. It was that one that was selling all the flasks, that big one, and the one selling like the tails.
Yeah.
Like goth apparel or something.
But like they have the vendors that are there every year, which is great. But I don't know. It's just
they hid Mookie on me.
I found Mookie. I was so proud of myself.
I found Mookie for Rob because we were walking together and he was like, oh, I'm so sad Mookie's not here this year. I literally turned my head and I'm like, then Rob, what's that? And Rob was like, oh my God, Mookie!
I'm walking with Reggie and I go, oh my God, it's Mookie, where's my phone? Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Somebody push the stroller.
Are we talking about the same person here, the Death Battle guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
okay.
He wrote
He's
one
an
of
artist.
my favorite comics ever. I love going to buy his stuff. He is a fabulous artist. I highly recommend him.
Could I steal one of those? Because I want to...
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he mentions it, and I'm like, I don't even know what booth is his.
Yeah, no, absolutely. He's there every year. So, and he does the Death Battle. So I'll let you borrow a copy next time I see you. I'll bring it with me. And next year I'll take you to his booth. I love his booth. He's so nice. He's such a pleasant person.
Are those comics or are they just books?
Those are comics.
Does he write them, draw them? What does he do?
He does both for these.
Yeah, Rob, we can't read that. There you go.
Oh, that looks cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dominic Deegan, Oracle for Hire. He has 2 of these big ones.
Do you have the other one he writes or he wrote?
No, I don't have Star Power.
Hold on, I'm gonna go grab the first volume.
Ugh.
Evie, how was your first con, honey?
That was great, but Mommy just left me, so now I'm upset because Mommy left me, and now I want Mommy.
Has she started crawling yet?
Yeah.
She's assumed the position.
Oh, does she roll over and get to it and everything?
She gets in the full position now.
Nice.
And does the rocking.
There it is.
She will probably start actually crawling while we are down in North Carolina.
Don't worry, everybody's gonna get a video of it. Okay.
There. 3 more comics that I got from this year.
Why does that look like Shigo?
Star Power.
Oh, that looks dope.
Okay, that's the
Yeah, Star Power is great.
Star Power is amazing.
Hey, so do any of you guys have Mookie on the on like your Facebook? Because I know he's got a Facebook.
He's got. Look, he has a lot of things.
Because I'll clip this and send it to him that we're plugging his shit.
Oh, this is the other one. This is a small one he did.
Why does that look like Moon Knight?
I couldn't tell you. I can tell you though that this one's good. I like this one.
Suze, are you okay?
I just ran up the stairs and ran back down. I'm tired.
Did you go all the way upstairs or just upstairs?
Yeah. Upstairs. So he didn't draw me, but the last book that they did for Star Power, I kickstarted. And I kickstarted it hard. I mean,
speaking of Kickstarter, I'm still waiting for our freaking Cannons game.
I know. I just got an update for that the other day.
Oh?
Yeah, there was an update last week, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah? Anything good?
Yeah, we should start receiving them this year. But I have gotten.
Didn't they say that last year?
Every single one of my Star Power books is autographed by Mookie.
Same.
I guess I have another hobby. You people are corrupting me.
Yeah, so
Mookie.
Yeah, Dominic Deegan started as a webcomic series. It basically is just a webcomic series. but he
Yeah.
has actual comic books now.
Nice.
So.
Yeah, this was a joint effort between
The
Mookie
first
and
one to die.
Garth Graham.
Yeah, there he is.
And part of the reason this is their last book is they parted ways. It was on good terms, so as I found out from Mookie. But yeah, this is their last book.
Yeah, because the Mookie booth before, like when we first started going, it was both of them there.
Yeah, it was both Mookie and Garth.
The last like 2 or 3 years, it's only been Mookie.
3 years. Last 3 years, because this came out 3 cons ago. This came out 3 cons ago.
So, anybody want to hit anything else before we close up shop and get ready for live action Disney Channel and live action Disney movies next week?
No.
I got this thing.
No.
Yes.
That's what we're doing.
Next.
No, we're finishing with our top 10s first and then going to the X-Men.
Doing that while we're down in North Carolina.
Yeah, AJ, we won't be here.
Oh, yeah, neither would I. So, in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
The 22nd.
We'll be back to weekly episodes at some point.
I have a question. Following up on our Artist Alley and our vendors whole thing. I have 2 vendors that I would love to see come back. Not necessarily the specific vendors, but I have a vendor that I was very disappointed that I didn't get to see this year. I'm actually mildly upset about it because it's my favorite booth.
Which one?
Do they have books?
If you don't know this, you're the
Is it the books one?
In there and you.
No.
Oh.
But my question to everybody else is, what vendor or that you've seen in the past, or someone you'd like to see come to the con, like what would you like to see like in a different vendor?
All right, I can start.
Okay.
Markiplier's brother.
Who?
Thomas Fishbach.
Oh.
Brother? Yeah, Markiplier's brother, Thomas Fishbach, who writes Two Kinds, a webcomic series.
Rob and I had very weird conversations, so I needed more information before I went, oh, okay, I know what you're talking about.
I have no clue what we're talking about, but sure.
But I think he's all the way out in California or something.
So how does that work? Do you have to find if like say ConnectiCon wants you to come and like John St. John, do they pay for him to come out here, or do they just pay for his hotel?
So they have to it's part of the contract. They have to pay for them to be here.
No shit.
Yeah, but they don't pay them a lot, I believe, because
They make all the money with the.
Because I believe the
part of the
actor gets like all of the money from the autographs.
They get all the money from the autographs, period. But they do have to pay for them to come out here, and they do not pay for their own hotel room. I can almost pretty much guarantee that one.
Anything else, anybody?
So for me personally, I was very disappointed to not see my book tower this year.
Oh
My
yeah.
husband's not chiming in here, but Book Tower was not here this year.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I
The artist, the little art, like Arthur Alliance thing. Yeah.
I missed my Book Tower this year, and like I know at least one other person would have loved to be there, from our friend group.
Oh yeah, Heidi would have loved it.
Heidi would have loved it.
Hey, Suze, keep this going for a couple. Keep this going for a couple minutes. I gotta let the dog out real fast.
Okay.
They replaced that with the display thing, didn't they?
They replaced it with. I don't.
Well, yes, sort of. The display thing was there last year. It was just a little moved over, and then the artist, the Author Alliance was there.
They kind of shared space, but
yeah, this year it was just the big super fancy poster, which had the kaiju number 81, and Susie was like, "No."
That's not how I said it, so I appreciated you didn't imitate me that way.
No.
But yeah, so I greatly missed Book Tower, like that. Above and beyond, I hate the fact that was missing. I don't feel like they could have gotten a lot of cliches with that. So, hey, Will, before you go, vendor that you would like to see come back.
Hold on, I'm thinking.
The Charms place. that sold us the charms last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that artist. Though Hayden did show me a really cool artist that actually had Soul Eater stuff after all this time.
Huh.
They had
Wow.
like like the soul shape of the soul shape of like Soul Eater souls.
Yeah.
They had those as pins, but with the characters in them as the color. Hayden bought Excalibur. Excalibur.
I got Maka.
And then I bought Lord Death for me and Maka for Susie.
I got Maka. Maka.
And they gave
Oh,
us
that was the things you
since
came in with. Okay.
since I spent money, they actually got us a thing for the for like the badge, like that they do in the thing. It was like Death Weapon Meister Academy on it. It was so cool.
Oh.
But yeah, my usual person, I get my Pokemon charms and my Mega Man stuff, my Mega Man.exe and Star Force stuff from. I need her back.
Rob, what about you?
Yeah, I'd like that vendor to come back as well because she ran a special deal that if you talked in an uwu voice, she'd give you a 15% discount.
Uh-huh. I miss her.
And I wish to God I had seen that and I would have totally done it to get like 15% off of these like keychains. As for
Rob,
another
can
one,
you
I'd
hear
like to come
that
back.
Uwu voice right now?
You gonna give me 50% off your next purchase?
Sure. Are you plugging my commission art right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna plug your commission art right now.
Good. Okay then.
That's is that James Fair at what?
JR.
J Fair Art. There you go. Ooh, Daddy Fair. I would like some artwork.
Oh, and that's all on the internet. It's gonna be here forever.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Okay.
Ooh.
And AJ misses it. He'll have to rewatch it.
Oh my god.
No, I did not. I had my headset on, you jackass.
Yes.
Damn it. We could have talked all sorts of kind of shade down here.
No, you couldn't have. I had my headset on.
We still could have done
Were
it.
you dying up there as I started doing it too?
I was freaking outside with the dog. I was very nervous if my neighbor was going to come out of their house. And just, he's finally lost it. Okay.
Oh, James, is there a vendor that you would love to see come back, love to see come?
You want to see this year? The woman that sold the ninja shoes.
Huh?
Yeah, that was one of my favorite things because that's where I got my first pair of ninja shoes. And I was hoping she was gonna be there again, and so I got another pair, so they don't hurt my feet as much.
Let's just say if they don't work, we hear you coming.
Woo.
AJ, did you talk about what vendor you'd like to see come?
Yeah, the dragon scale lady.
Yeah, I don't think she's coming back.
Scales, dragon scales. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware, but they were such good quality.
Yeah. I was gonna say the only other than the book tower, I'd like to see more weebs. I say weeb stuff, like, everybody knows what I'm talking about. But like we had like 2 booths that had like figurines and stuff like that, but there's like stuffies, but there's nothing else. There's a whole lot more available for those of us us nerds. Like, it was kind of boring. Evie agrees with me, so there you go.
I think
there's
I think she technically has to. You're kind of holding her at the moment.
she's also hungry, so she's yelling at me.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought she ooh-oohed for a moment there, and I was gonna laugh really hard, like, oh god.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Well, I think that's it for this year's ConnectiCon, and I am already very excited for next year. Especially since we're gonna have a 1.5-year-old running around. Roughhousing! Woo! Yeet!
I'm gonna have to
kick
go
the
up to
goddamn
the adopt
baby.
dogs there and be like, can I give you like $20 to watch her for like an hour?
She'll
I promise she'll get along with the other dogs.
she'll have your phone in one of the cages and just smiling. Just
Isn't it weird that Big the Cat ran a dog panel?
Yeah.
that was great. That was amazing. I said that to him the next morning waiting in line for Starbucks because we saw him an ungodly amount of times. John St. John, by the way, throughout the whole weekend. Like, it wasn't just at his booth or at a panel, just walking around, and he remembers us from last year, which was absolutely cool.
So, bonus story. I'm on my way back to my room, and I'm a dum-dum and forgot my key. So I'm blowing up my husband's phone, my roommate, the people staying with me. I'm blowing up her phone, and I'm like, guys, I need to be able to get in. And I'm stuck all the way back in the corner. Everybody hits my button because I'm going, guys, can you push 9, please? And in comes the two other people that were helping John St. John with his panel that night. And they made a comment, and I looked at him and said, look, there's nothing as awkward as the panel I just left. So there ain't nothing you could say that's going to top that panel. And they looked at me and were like, yeah, you were in that panel. You were in the front row. I was like, yeah. They're like, are you going to be okay? I'm like, yeah, I'll get off the elevator eventually. But if you get on tomorrow morning, I'm in the fetal position. You guys are going to have to buy me a drink at the bar.
I just lost my train of thought with that. Oh, we told him exactly what you said, and he goes, "I've never heard that before." I think I had to say it a couple times, a couple times, because for a second I think he might have thought I was calling him a p word when I said cat, and then I had to say because you're Big the Cat. He goes, "Oh yeah, huh? That's actually really good." I go, "Yeah, my buddy Rob came up with it."
But John St. John got to meet our newest nerd.
He did. He did. He's gonna corrupt her too.
Yes.
That was a lot of dick that night.
There was a lot of dick that night.
One of them moved. Apparently, he can overheat and shut off.
We had a freaking contest about it.
What, and how long it'll last?
How long did it last?
I don't know, Rob. How long do you think the dick lasted?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Just take a guess. 10, 20, or 30 minutes?
I'm going to say 35.
It was right around 30, so I'd give it to you. But the battery did not die. It overheated.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's a fault that you needed to know about.
Yeah. If you can't finish in less than a half hour, your cooter's going to be on fire.
Hello?
Yeah.
I think we've seen that before, James.
He just gets up and
there was more room there than I thought there'd be. So he kept getting smaller, and I'm like, wait, isn't he in? Oh, he's going. Oh, okay, he's tiny.
Oh God, I'm crying.
I'm serious right there. So as I'm looking at you guys, I had the zigzag.
Okay, I think we're good. I think it's the 22nd. Yes, it's the 22nd. We're doing live action Disney movies and live action Disney Channel movies. We're mixing them into one, and it's only going to be a top 10 list. So good luck with that.
This is gonna be fun. This could be a lot of fun.
Oh, I could see the crap on Rob's face.
There's going to be a lot of Brink I'm going to be watching.
There's one Brink, and then go watch Smart House.
Thank you for my weird haircut in that movie.
Johnny Tsunami.
Damn it! I was about to say it.
13th Year.
Don't look under the bed.
Why? What's under there?
I am.
Under wraps.
Oh God. Crap! I had another one and it's gone. Dang it!
You know,
Kelly, I have been watching them nonstop, so let's keep going. We got this.
Agent Cody. Wait, no, that was Nickelodeon.
And that was also
the famous
theaters.
Jackson, the movie.
The what?
Famous Jet Jackson, the movie.
Pixel Perfect.
Jackson.
I'm surprised you remembered that one. Cheetah Girls.
The Sweet Life movie.
Oh, I can't believe I'm saying this. High School Musical.
Are you just gonna knock out all 4 in one?
I can't believe I said
I mean, I'm surprised you didn't say The Descendants. At least those were good.
I was about to say The Descendants because I finally watched them for the first time. Woohoo!
What'd you
Funny
think?
story.
I like them.
Funny story. As I was folding my clothes today, I was just jamming out to that, and I'm pretty sure Megan's parents was like, "What the fuck is he doing?"
I'm pretty sure they're aware of your problems. That they've just come to love you the same.
I don't think anybody's aware of his problems, including James. I have to remind him on a daily basis.
Mr. Agent of Chaos.
New issue unlocked.
I couldn't totally keep the straight face. I was trying so hard.
What are your problems? How long do you have?
You want the expansion pass or the season pass?
Yes, please.
Oh, hey, you want to unlock some new James lore?
Oh no.
So the first time I met him, or probably the second time I met him, he was playing DDR in the mall. And Megan was right there next to him. Me and our friend group walked up to him, and just as he double slammed down that last button, it comes up 66666666666.
So you're cursed.
That was a great first impression.
James, do you want me to tell the story of how I got introduced to you?
Go for it.
So, I'm dating my ex at the time. We go over our friend Jake's house, and
That's not how a good story ever starts.
my ex is like, "Oh, you're gonna meet, somebody new today." And I said, "Okay." And he's like, "Yeah, when you turn off the lights, all she has to do is smile, and all you see is one tickle teeth."
Oh, that's sort of a bit.
No,
And I looked at him. I was like, "What the fuck? What are you saying to me?"
knowing your
Got in the room
knowing
and
your
met James,
ex,
and I was like,
knowing your
I think
ex, I
you're
know how
afraid-
bad that is.
I think I'd be more afraid of you in a lit room. I don't know which way you're gonna go to begin with.
Well, to be fair, I'd rather see James just to see what cosplay he's in.
I'd rather see James just to see what he's doing because I never know if he's gonna zigzag or zag.
Or just fall asleep randomly.
That's my favorite, is finding him in weird locations sleeping.
In no weird configurations.
Sleeping.
Like I've seen him knocked out in the inchworm position.
Uh-huh.
Like face down, ass up, but never mind. And he was out cold. Megan walks by, slaps him on the ass, wakes him up, and she goes, "Get in the bed right, I want to lay down."
We're talking about the time where I fucked up and I took the wrong shot. Where I made
Yes.
my drink a little-
Yes. James, take a sip. Oh, you meant a sip.
Oh my god, New Year's was fun.
James is the only person of our friend group that I shouldn't say the only person. He's one of like 3 people that we make sure eats food before we hand him any sort of
Yeah,
alcohol.
he doesn't read the instructions, he just does.
Like, hey everybody. That New Year's, the ball dropped and so did I.
You
Like,
weren't.
oh.
I don't think you were awake for the ball dropping.
No, you weren't. You were asleep.
I remember
You
almost winning a magic bill. Like magic match bill. I was half asleep.
You were laying on the
you were-
ground.
you were on the couch asleep from like 11 o'clock until 12:30 when we finally were able to wake your ass up.
James, go home. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. This has been fun. Yeah, the 22nd. Join us back. Check out all the awesome artwork James has on his Instagram and Facebook.
And after the 22nd, we are diving into the wonderful world of mutants. We will be exploring the X-Men movies.
I'm stoked.
What about the export?
Which also includes Deadpool.
It does, and it's gonna finish off with us talking about the new Deadpool that just came out. Hopefully it's on Disney Plus by then, because I don't know when the heck we're all gonna go and watch it.
I don't know either.
I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy that knows a guy. I can get it off Pornhub at 1080p.
I'm sorry, did you say get it off Pornhub?
That's how I got my Dragon Ball Z movie.
I think we're talking about two different Dragon Ball Z movies. I think I downloaded the wrong movie.
I don't think I want to watch that Dragon Ball Z movie. You can keep that.
What does he say? Come, ha ha ha.
Okay, now before this turns into an even worse dirty joke. Bye!
Bye, everybody!
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook